Kelly and Jen, and we're here awkwardly using this video for the first time to explain to you what we learned, first of all, from Chapter 1, and just a couple of the things that we took away that were really big from Chapter 1 are the following. First of all, that technology should be used to enhance the learning that's happening in the classroom at that time and to support your instruction. It should be more just like another tool that you use, even if it's sticky notes, pencils, paper, scissors, crayons, markers. It's just like that. You're not substituting necessarily, but it's another tool to help get the students to learning for that day. And then also the videos that we used were really a vehicle for us to look at what the students learned from the unit and how they applied that learning, and then any reteaching that we needed to do the following day to correct any misconceptions or make sure students really walked away with what they were supposed to. And that's it. Those are our two big takeaways from Chapter 1. And we decided to do the recording booth. So we just did a very simple, here's Ms. Wong's device. We kind of, set them up and laid the groundwork for it. We gave them a rubric, right?
Yes.
Their success criteria and what they needed. We gave them a model. We had Ms. Wong talk about her fossil, and they watched her video. And then we gave students the option to do the recording booth. So they didn't have to do it this time. It was optional. And about half the class,
Yeah, I would say half the class. Yeah.
they were broken up into small groups, so it was about half of the class in small groups decided that they wanted to do it, and the other half did not.
So, after completing this little recording booth, we realized that a lot of the students in the group didn't write down what they actually need to say to answer the questions. So, even though they didn't want to do the recording booth, they didn't really answer the questions either, and I was grading the questions, their answers to the questions. So then the next day, after we recorded about half of them, we realized that we should have made the students, or reminded them that it was a graded assignment and that they needed to write down their answers regardless of whether or not they were going to record. And that kind of also led into us thinking about setting group roles for the students. And Kelly also mentioned that when she was back there helping the students, and we saw it in the video as well, that they didn't really maintain eye contact with the camera. And although they said that I did in my model, they didn't do it themselves.
That's true. I forgot about that. We asked them to give Ms. Wong some suggestions for how she could make it better, and they nailed like every single suggestion we had already thought of, but yet it was difficult for them to incorporate those same suggestions into their video. Now granted, this was the very first time they were ever making one, and one of the things that it suggested in the chapter that I wish we could have tried is just giving them time to kind of play around with the camera first and make videos and then just delete it or whatever, but we only have one device right now. So next year it'll be a lot easier to do that with all the kids, because they'll all have devices, hopefully. So it'll be easier for us to do that. So the last thing, did we talk about collaboration at all? The kids work together. It kind of sort of did. There was like a leader or two out of the groups that would, one group did a really nice job. They wrote a script out and they gave each person a line to say, and they would rotate through each person. So they were very well planned out. And then there were other groups who were like, I'm not doing it, she's doing the whole thing. And they gave it to all one person. So we know that we need to create rules next time. But I feel like the kids were actually really able to make the connection between what they had learned about fossils and why they made the fossil. Because not only did they have to write down their thinking, but then they had to talk about it. So in order to talk about it and write about it, they really had to understand all the connections between how a fossil is made, how paleontologists dig up fossils, what the fossil is going to look like in order to articulate it. So I think without having done the video, they would have just regurgitated some information, been like, oh yeah, we made this cool fossil, and walked away from it like whatever. But the fact that they had to make the video really made them think about what they were doing.
And I think it was a really good, I don't know how to word it, but like a tie-in of everything, because like you said, there's an actual kinesthetic component, and then there's a written component, and then there's a verbal component, so it just really ties everything in together.
Yeah. We also told them that next time it would not be optional.
Yeah.
That they would all have to do some kind of video. So even if we just let them play with making a video first and make that not optional, and they can make it about whatever they want.
Mhm.
That they find interesting in science. Maybe we'll give them a list of topics.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then that would be more fun for them, give them some choice in what they do a video about,
Mhm.
rather than say, this is something we just did, now you have
Right.
to talk about
Yeah.
it. So maybe
That's a good
more
idea.
student choice in what they're interested in. So that's pretty much it for
Yeah.
our video. And we're excited to keep working together and looking forward to chapter 2. So please go to our Padlet page and let us know what you think about our fossil
Yeah.
recording booth. And maybe we'll put up a kid's video or something
Yeah.
too, so you can see that too. Okay, that's all.